Welcome viewers. In today's session we are going to discuss an important topic, economic order quantity, which is a part of your course MWR01, that is Introduction to Inventory Planning and Control, and this course is a part of your program Postgraduate Certificate in Inventory Planning and Warehousing System. Basically, economic order quantity is related with inventory and inventory control or inventory management. With the help of economic order quantity, our attempt is to determine a quantity which is optimum in nature, and if we are exceeding that quantity, then we are losing the capital either in terms of ordering cost or in terms of holding or carrying cost. I have in my earlier session I have explained the various costs. So in order to familiarize all these technical terms, because I also know that whenever you see my video or my video session should be complete in nature. So first we will see that what are the learning objective of today's session. First, we will define what is inventory, how you will define the inventory, then what is the purpose of inventory control, why there is a need of controlling the inventory. Then, as I told you, that we will also discuss various costs related to inventory, so that when we discuss economic order quantity, then you should not feel any difficulty in understanding the economic order quantity model. Then in this session, we try to explain the calculation of economic order quantity with the help of a very simple example. So, we would like to explain what is inventory. If you just see your house, your office, or the place of working, there are so many things which we buy in abundance or in a quantity. Our expectation or anticipation is that the items will be used in future. For example, at our house, we purchased foods, food grain, vegetables, spices. We also store water. We also store gas in gas cylinder. All these things comes under the inventory. So, inventory is the name given to the products and materials that a company holds either to produce or to manufacture certain items or to sell. If I take the example of a manufacturing unit or an automotive company, then they require the various types of inventory. They will keep it inventory, they will produce two-wheeler or four-wheeler with the help of those inventory. That is not going to use, or they are not going to sell immediately. The product will be prepared, product will be manufactured, product will be assembled, and then Finally, it goes to the dealer or the distributor. From there, the customer will visit the dealer or distributor, and from there they will purchase. So this is a complete supply chain where the inventory plays an important role. Now, what are the types of inventory? Though I have explained in my earlier sessions in detail, but as I told you that I want that if you see this video should be complete by all nature. So there are basically 4 types of inventory. First is your finished goods inventory, which I have given one example of 2-wheeler or 4-wheeler. Then work in progress or work in process inventory. That is the inventory which is not complete. The product or the component is not complete, but they are very essential. Then third type of inventory is your raw material inventory, which is an inventory which does not have earlier any processing. Yes, you may ask one question. If we talk about the steel, then steel has already been processed from pig iron to the steel, a better steel, or even sometimes the raw material steel is converted into rods, sheets. Sheets is always used in the automotive company. So it is basically processed up to a certain limit. But when we talk about the automotive company or 4-wheeler or 2-wheeler, then with respect to 4-wheeler and 2-wheeler, they are a raw material. Fourth type of inventory is your MRO. The full form of MRO is maintenance, repair and operation materials. You will appreciate that working in a company or the manufacturing company, beside machines, beside material, manpower, you need certain quantity of material or parts which will be used in the maintenance of the machine. For example, if operator is working on a lathe machine, he needs certain tools for fixing or setting up the machine. Similarly, he or she needs lubricant, coolant and many other items. These items comes under the machine, repair and operation material. They are also an important part of the types of inventory. Now again an important question, that what is the purpose of inventory control? Why we are controlling the inventory? What is the purpose of managing the inventory? So as I told you that inventory is a type of a capital. If you keep the large amount, then you are holding the capital. If you are keeping a small quantity, then there are chances of stock out or the chances when you do not have inventory and you have to produce as per the customer demand. So that things should be avoided, and that can be controlled or managed with the help of a proper inventory control strategy or policy. We also want to maximize the efficiency in production as well as in distribution. If we keep the inventory at optimum level, then we are maximizing the efficiency of production and distribution. I will explain you with the help of one example. There was a very renowned computer or the desktop manufacturing company, and they were doing quite well as compared to their other competitors. So what happened? They used to buy the huge amount of chip, which is an important part of any desktop or laptop computer. What happened? Due to sudden change in the technology, there is an advancement in the chip. As you know that even nowadays, if you buy a computer today and after 3 to 6 months, the new version is coming in the market. Same thing is true with the mobile, same thing is true with the other electronic gadgets. So that company, because they hold a huge amount of the inventory of that chip, they were not able to modify their configuration of the desktop computer. While on the other hand, their competitors who were holding a very, very nominal or low amount or the small amount of inventory of the chip, they were in a better position to reach the market with the configuration of new chip. So you just imagine that what type of difficulty or what type of situation the case company must have faced when their competitor took the edge over the case company. Another important thing is that there are two types of cost. Whenever you order inventory, each time certain costs are involved. There is a cost of office staff, cost of computer, cost of light, electricity, other expenses. So all these comes as a ordering cost. And suppose in a year you gives 3 times order. So each 3 times the order cost will be involved. Second cost is your holding cost. When you receive the material, you place it in the store or in warehouse. There another type of expenses are there. For example, storage cost. You keep the operator or person to see the storage, light or electricity, then insurance, insurance against fire, insurance against theft. All these comes under the holding cost. So we have to minimize the holding cost as well as we have to minimize the ordering cost. Another type of cost is your shortage cost. Sometimes what happen, nowadays we try to keep the inventory at the lowest level. So sometimes what happen, we do not get the material in a right time from our supplier. So what will happen? Our existing inventory will be replenished or will be finished within a period of time, and we will or the company will reach at a situation where there will be no production. So what will happen? The company is not or will not be able to produce any item to satisfy the customer demand. Now, what will happen at the end or at the customer end? Customer will feel unsatisfied. So what will happen? The customer will move to another company, and that is the loss of loyalty, or the this also comes as a shortage cost. Because if the company was able to manage or control that shortage, the company would have satisfied the customer. But in this case, due to shortage, the company is losing the customer, company is losing the capital or the profit. So these are the basically purpose of the managing the inventory. Now these are the sum of the cost. Just like if I purchase, suppose I take the example of pen, make of certain components. It is a refill, it is a cap, it may have the spring, it may have the 2 or 3 parts. So the cost of the pen or cost of the each component, just like spring, refill, cap or main body, they all constitute the component of the item cost. Another cost is holding cost, the cost which incurred as keeping the inventory, and it is normally stated as the percentage of unit value. For example, we will say 15 to 20% of the unit cost. I will try to explain when we explain with the help of one example. Third cost is your ordering cost, which is the cost which incurred during the each order. Shortage cost, that is the loss of customer goodwill or the back order or the lost sale. Now these are the some of the other types of inventory: anticipation inventory, safety stock, lot size, pipeline or transportation inventory, speculative inventory, maintenance inventory that I have already explained to you. Because at company, we always keep some inventory as a anticipation inventory. Suppose prices are going to be high in coming days. So you purchase the inventory in anticipation that to gain something when the price goes up. Second thing, you have a chance of labor strike or some type of a other strike, and you feel or you are imagining a situation when your material will not be reached to you due to certain strike on the roadside. So in that particular speculation, you purchase that item in a bulk so that your company might not suffer due to that loss. Similarly, the pipeline, transportation or transit inventory is that inventory that when it is coming from the supplier, the supplier has already transported, but it has not reached. So it is but it must be counted, because after all, if the lead time is 3 or 4 days, it will reach. It will replenish your whole thing to the maximum inventory. So this is called your transportation, pipeline or transit inventory. Few other terms are, for example, reorder point, safety stock or service level. I will start with the service level. The service level is a percentage or the probability by which you are able to satisfy your customer, and you are sure that with this service level, whatever lead time we are making in our mind, we will get the material or equipment or component. Safety stock is a term which is used for inventory so that there should not be any safe shortage cost. Suppose there is a excess demand. So in that period, we will able to meet the customer demand. The reorder point is at that point where you visualize that you are going to drop the amount of that item, and within that period your item will be completely exhausted. So at that point you need to reorder, and that is called your reorder point. Now with this help of your central tendency curve or bell curve, you will just see that I have mentioned the reorder point, safety stock, service levels. Service level, if you just see the area inside the bell curve, is the service level, and that is the probability of no stock out, there is no shortage. But if you move away from the bell curve, there are chances of stock out, but the probability is less. But we have to manage the inventory in between your central tendency or the bell curve. Now, economic order quantity is basically a quantity which is determined to decide the optimum quantity of inventory which we want to hold. In this model, there are certain assumptions, just like demand is known, we do not require safety stock, lead time is known and it is a constant, but in reality it is not constant. No quantity discount are available. Ordering cost are fixed. There is no shortage. And order quantity, whatever we order, it reaches in a single shipment. This is a formula which we have derived, that economic order quantity is under root of 2 times annual demand multiplied by ordering cost divided by annual holding cost. So we will use this particular formula. And how this formula came? When you take the ordering cost and the holding cost, at an economic order quantity point, the both costs are equal, and at that point if we equate the holding cost with the ordering cost, just like see, Q is the quantity, so Q by 2 average into holding cost, so it is the your holding cost. Then D is the demand, Q is the quantity, so D by Q is the number of orders which we are placing. S is the ordering cost, so D by Q into S is the total ordering cost. If you just see the figure, on the one hand it is a holding cost and the red is your ordering cost. If the number of quantity in a one order is increasing, your ordering cost will reduce. At the same time, if you are increasing the number of items in one order, your holding cost will increase. But if you just see the curve of your total cost, at the optimum level you will get the economic order quantity, that is the point where you are getting the optimum quantity. Now we are coming to the very small example. A company has a demand of 10,000 units per year. Purchase cost or item cost is rupees 1. Ordering cost is rupees 26 per order. Carrying cost or holding cost is 12% of the inventory value. Now we have to find out economic order quantity, number of orders per year, and if the lead time is 4 weeks, assuming here it is a 50 working weeks per year, then we have to find out the reorder point. Now, first we will see what are the input we have. The first input we have as an annual demand, that is 10,000. It is denoted by D. Ordering cost is denoted by C subscript O, that is rupees 26. Ordering cost, or in other words, interest on carrying cost, because what is happening, we are keeping certain amount as a holding cost, so we are paying the interest on that, or that is called the 12%. Cost of the item is rupees 1. So this is the calculation we calculate, and we found that economic order quantity is 2040. We will take the approximate value. Similarly, we can also calculate the number of orders dividing demand by the economic order quantity. You can keep the exact amount 2040. Again, it is coming in a not a absolute value, and if we approximate it, the number of orders per year is 5 orders. We will also calculate the reorder point. In the question, we have been given number of working hours, number of working weeks per year, that is 50. Number of orders as calculated is 5. So 10 weeks will be the reorder period. By 10 weeks, we have to place the order. Similarly, the lead time is given 4 weeks. So reorder point, that after every 6 weeks, we have to place the order, because the quantity of the material will be exhausted within 4 weeks. So by the end of 6th week, we have to place the order. So reorder period is your 10 weeks, but reorder point will be your 6th week or the 4th week prior to the complete exhaust of the material. So this is your diagram or graph between the cost and quality. We have so in this session we have learnt about the inventory, types of inventory, purpose of inventory, various types of inventory cost, and what is economic order and quantity. And with the help of one simple example, we have tried to explain how you will calculate the economic order quantity. I trust that this session must be useful to you in understanding, and you will be able to solve more number of numericals on the economic order quantity. In the coming session, we will try to give you more solution solved examples on the economic order quantity. Thank you. Thank you very much.